I think I stated before in previous audios what the purpose of this channel is. And the reason why the channel was established, it wasn't just because of an urge. I actually live what I say, or try to live. Because, see, this is still a process for me. I'm still learning. I learn from your feedback. I learn from things that happen to me in my day to day. And my day to day is different every single day. So even though I appreciate that, I'm beginning to come across a lot of people who are lifelong learners. They're trying to seek a better spiritual existence, and I applaud them for that. But some of these people are headed in the wrong direction, and they don't have sense enough to see that. Some of them are seeking life lessons from a place of hurt and pain. And I'm going to tell you what happens when you come from a place of hurt and pain. It clouds your judgment to what's really real out here in the world. So what a lot of these people do is, instead of trying to seek help to address the hurt and pain, they go ahead and they just react to every single thing in their life based on that hurt and pain. Every single decision, whether they're conscious of it or not. The type of profession they go into. The type of lifestyle they live, the type of partners they choose, the type of friends they associate, and the type of spiritual beliefs and doctrines that they have. When you come across someone who is constantly negative against a certain group of people, be it political or religious or ethnic, and all you hear them talk about every time there's a conversation about a serious issue is about how that group of people is wrong about something. They're speaking from a place of lack and a place of hurt. They're not speaking from wisdom and knowledge. And some of them may have sources, because they're not the only one who feels that way. So they'll use these sources to try to make their case even more valid, to make their case seem more plausible. And it's not. Now you have some people who are lifelong learners, and they're coming from a healthy space. They've done the spiritual work. They've sought counseling. They sought therapy. They got clean. They did the spiritual awakening. They come to terms with the fact that, one group of people is not the entire existence of the world. It's such a small part. One group of people is such a very small part of a huge puzzle. So they're not focusing on just a certain group of people or just one particular cause. They're trying to understand the cosmos. They're trying to understand the blueprint. They're thinking of things on a global level, not just what's around the corner or on the block, or what's in the city, or what's in the state, because they understand how small that area is and compared to the universe and all the heavens. Their focus is trying to study the universe and the heavens, not just what a few people say and their theories about the universe and the heavens. These people are progressive thinkers, and they're willing to accept and receive any type of knowledge from any source, because they understand that the Creator has created all of us in different places, at different times, in different capacities, but provided them with the same universal language. These people understand that there is a universal language that we can all speak to understand each other. And they practice and use that universal language. They do not come from a place of separatism. They do not come from a place of division. They come from a place of collectivity and a place of unity. People who learn doctrine from a place of hurt come from a place of division. They start to learn doctrine that encourages separatism and that encourages division. These are the people who come from a place of hurt, who are choosing to find. See, the thing is, you got to understand, if you have a certain mentality and you project that energy out into the world, you will receive the same type of energy back, and that could be in the form of the type of learning you seek. Let me give you an example. This is a common one. As you know, I'm a woman of color. Now, there's a lot of doctrine out about, the history, the true history of slavery. That's a very common one that's going on right now. Now, I've done a lot of research on my own, and I've studied all the different, the connection between the Middle Eastern countries and the histories with the colonists in Europe and the slave trade over in Africa before it came over to North America. I've looked at all that. And it's very interesting. And I understand a lot of it has not been taught in traditional learning. I get that. But because I'm aware of it, I'm not bitter behind it. I'm not angry behind it. And even though I do know that things are not perfect with people of color, because I see it every single day, I hear of it on the news, there's a lot of work that we have to do. I refuse to get up every single day and walk in a negative mindset, angry at a group of people. I refuse to do it. My Creator did not create me so I can get up every single day and be angry at a group of people because of where they came from, because I have to accept the truth that my Creator created them just like they created me. There are over 200 countries in this world. That means 200 different nationalities. And there is no way that anyone's going to tell me in 2021 that one group of people is better than another, because that's what you're basically doing is you're questioning your Creator, because your Creator created all of us. You're questioning them. And I see that, there's a lot of doctrine out there about the origin of the slave trade, and don't get me wrong, understanding untold history is a blessing. We have the resources and everything else, but what you do with that knowledge is what makes a difference during the day. And if you're the type of person that already had preconceived notions about a group of people and you get this education, you are a dangerous person to deal with, because you are already working from a negative place. So you turn around and you get this doctrine and you take it to another level. And then you want to spread it and share it with other people in hopes of enlightening them. You're not enlightening them. You're hurting them, because there are people in this world who live harmoniously with other people from different races and everything, and here you come, you feel you need to enlighten somebody. If that person's having a good life, leave them alone. What do you need to bring them that for? You're coming from a negative place, and that's wrong. That's coming from a place of separatism. That's coming from a place of division. We have to learn to live in harmony, people. Just saying.